Onyx versus Ragnar. So VipR, one of the few players that has stuck with Ragnar for as long as the Legend's been out on the Katars and Axe here against Anime on the smallest stage in the game. Stocks will certainly fly in like a matter of 20 minutes.
A small stage when you have Axe and Cannon at once is very, very suffocating. So this is going to be an aggressive matchup. This is going to be a Chad matchup, and you're going to be seeing VipR going out there, getting all of those downers, quite a bit of damage, and Anime, whoa, what was that?
Putting out the down signature there has that chainsaw effect, being able to have that last, and if you get burned by the flames and you get hit by the swing right afterwards, and VipR just covering the edge of the stage there, and Anime just not ready for it. Has a lot of damage on him here, but yes, small stage, that's something to be considered here for Anime, but if Anime also just goes down to that downer off the bottom of the stage, if we can hear the EU crowd already celebrating for that lead there for VipR as he goes up 3-2.
Yeah, I love it when people cheer it like pop off with like one stock just taken, right? And it's still game one out of a best of five, so there's quite a bit more gaming ahead of us. At the moment though, the D-Light is going to convert into the neutral. That's
also
not the stock
quite a bit more pop-offs ahead of us because there's going to be more stocks to fly in both directions here as VipR sends Anime off to the right side of the stage. Guitar sidelight doesn't quite get started into anything crazy, but the downlight nair will take him off the top, and only that guitar sidelight connected before equalizing the game 2-2.
Yeah, not a whole lot else after that. Right now though, excellent anti with the D-Light. Okay, Anime going to be looking for the recovery. Doesn't find it. Sidelight into neutral, putting you back down. Good dodge. Just saying, hey, you want to mash out of disadvantage? No, you don't. I got to punish with your name on it.
Oh, falls to that ground pound, and VipR tries to get hit by that ground pound again. No, manages to get back to the stage, throws the weapon, picks up the new spawn, gets the guitar recovery after that to get the combo, and brings the damage into an equal state. But that last stock that he took off of Anime was off of knocking him off the bottom of the stage with that down air, and Anime fell down to his demise. VipR's getting a lot more damage than this to be able to get him off the side of the stage with either a strong hit or a signature. And Anime, he just keeps taking this lead further and further.
He's got Cannon in hand. He had the jump call out, but just a little bit too far back. This time around, the neutral does connect, and that's going to be the stock. Anime with a pretty sizable lead yet again.
Yeah, Neutralite trying to catch VipR, dashing forward and back. Anime puts on another one, and that's like the job that Axe is supposed to do against a lot of dash-heavy movement that Gauntlets just can't do quite as well. As we've seen maybe 4 to 5 Gauntlet Neutralites go wide. VipR getting some damage in here, but Anime does get that reversal, that side air in the sky, and the sideline right afterwards to tack on a bit more damage to this lead.
VipR being nice and evasive, just looking for the next opportunity to come back onto the stage up until, okay, Anime fan just sometimes explodes. That's what Cannon lets you do, but the double downer is going to be the stock, and
that was the best spaced axe downer that I've ever seen.
I have never seen just a weapon toss be that close. It was pixels away from
the dare hit, and then the weapon throw hits him, but he got the hitbox of the dare through the weapon before it connected.
That window to actually both hit that and avoid the weapon before it interrupts you was like 5 frames.
That actually might be too generous. That's like closer to frame perfect. That's very difficult to do. VipR got the spike.
VipR got quite lucky,
the weapon. Yeah, that was really well played. And now VipR has the game a little bit into Weaver State. Oh, that nair would have just knocked out. If that hit there, the angle of knockback would have been diagonal enough. I think Anime would have just gone down. VipR went for it all there, and now he has to avoid basically every strong hit from Anime the rest of the game.
Immediate pickup into the D-Light, just knowing what weapon he has next, but that's going to be the neutral. And Anime fan, you know what? That was not an easy one victory by any means. VipR was bringing that one back and was really quite creative with his defensive options and coming back onto the stage. VipR is a menace when it comes to the edge guarding. He is constantly threatening with his downers.
I think he has to be a menace when it comes to the edge guarding, because if he didn't get those edge guards, I'm not really sure how VipR was going to knock out Anime. Onyx, with that base defense being so high at 8, is very difficult to knock out. I give her a little bit of an advantage on a stage like Brawlhalla. And VipR was going to have to go for those edge guards to be even able to have a chance to get those knockouts, because he wasn't showing that he was able to connect any strong hits, right? No Axe side airs were really going into those edge guard scenarios. There was a lot of down airs after some sidelight nairs on stage, and then not a single signature was able to connect from him as well, besides that down dig at the edge of the stage. So we'll see what happens here in game number 2 on Brawlhalla as we're running it right back.
And I've got to say, the competition so far at BCX has been a lot of unexpected people playing some of the best I have seen in a while. The fact that VipR, number 25 in the EU, is going this toe-to-toe with Anime, it is genuinely quite unexpected, right? But we will have to see if he's going to be able to take game 2, if he's going to be able to keep it as even as it was in game 1.
Yeah, VipR now trying to go for that downer up the left side of the stage, does hit the guitar recovery. Neutralite catches Anime trying to slide up the edge of the wall, but the gauntlets are picked up, and VipR continues to try and extend this lead, but that ground pound interrupted by gravity cancel downlight from VipR. Great wake up there to stop what would have been a really devastating attack. But that down tick gets right through from Anime, and now the damage is starting to be equal on both sides.
looking for the neutral as a jump call out, was unsuccessful. Overcommitting with that side light, and VipR going for a lead there. Once again, unsuccessful with the recovery. That one actually did not KO. That angle really favoring him, and now he is still hanging on to the stock, and he wants that ground pound. He is hungry for it. I can't believe that neutral light didn't connect.
Yeah, he's been looking for it for a few times. He's gotten punished enough for it where I feel like maybe by now he should have been discouraged. Side air, no. Expects the drift from like 2017 to come into play there. Doesn't quite get it, but the dare dribbles off the stage, gets the side air afterwards, and takes the first lead of the set.
Now we'll see if there's a repeat of last time, which is VipR going to get any mileage off the stock, or will we get a repeat of last game? At the moment, though, he's not able to find any big wins, any big hits. Anime fan being nice and patient here, looking for the jump lead with the neutral, looking for the D-light. Okay, nice little get off me option. What is VipR going to do to get just more of a lead secured?
I mean, he tried side-lighting left and right, and none of those work, so he gets blasted away by the cannon, and Anime switches over to a fresh cannon, but VipR finally gets his unarmed attack, and oh, look at this. So the way that VipR's playing right now is like, okay, I'm fine with the lead that I've got right now. I'm going to play purely unarmed. He's not even going for these weapon spots. It's actually been 3 neutral lights in a row. He's like, I'm not picking it up.
Oh, and wanted that D-light so bad. Maybe wanted to combo it into like a ground pound, or maybe even like a GC down strong. Not going to find it that time, though, but at least he has now established some kind of a lead to it. He is allowed to lose a couple of exchanges to Anime now. He has bought himself the ability to do so.
Yeah, Downer comes through as well, and I always love those moments when a player has a lead and they go, like, you know what, I'm just never going to pick up a weapon again. He's like, he's going to look like it and he'll never do it. And I can only imagine his opponents literally thinking, what is wrong with you as that's happening there? Because if you get anything that gets started with the axe, maybe something could have happened more there. But VipR, no. Playing very confidently with that playstyle. Has Anime in the red once again. Anime bringing it back, though. The neutral stick just barely avoided as VipR holds in after that side light connects.
Okay, that side does connect, though, and Anime, ooh, that was what we call an overextension, and VipR punished it accordingly, told him that he's not going to get away with it, and now has secured himself a lead once again. Will he be able to get a lot of mileage off of this lead, though?
Let's find out. He's got a weapon in his hand this time. The neutral light does connect, landing down air. Doesn't combo into the side light because it's not the backswing, and Anime picks up the gauntlets, puts out a down signature, and that's actually a lot of damage coming in here. No, the dare ends up getting the landing hitbox, and he goes down to side light recovery. Anime taking a bit of damage, but not too much to call this a real lead, and now it's 1-1 here in game 2.
VipR dashing in, dashing out, being nice and patient, looking for this next opening kill. But Anime, oh, you already know what Onyx is capable of. You already know what Anime is capable of with cannon in hand. So right now, VipR just needs anything to secure this lead once again. Doesn't get the dodge read, but okay, doesn't put him in the blender.
Yeah, side air comes through, gets the downer, but VipR reversals, gets the stare. Edgeguard with down tick here could be huge. He's gonna look for it, maybe up that weapon though, but he went for it too late, and there comes the damage coming up from Anime.
Trapped him, he waited, but then he went back on the ground instead of going for like an immediate side or recovery, pivoted to the other direction. VipR hanging onto the stage, doesn't get the side, doesn't get the downer either as Anime dodges away. Oh,
that grab pound was crazy. Anime manages to make it back and he goes for it again. What is he doing? The side light just comes right through it. VipR doesn't react to it, and VipR can't find a strong hit. Down sig, dodge, downer connecting, neutral light recovery finally comes through, and VipR takes the first game of this set to even it up 1-1.
He put him into the blender. All he did, he just needed to wait for that dodge in. He found it, and then it looked like he hesitated for a second, and then he finally found it.
Say put it in the blender, but it's like he's only turning the blender on for like a second at a time, and he's like, wait.
Pulsing. He's not making it smooth, okay? It's a food processor.
And now he's just literally doing push-ups in between the sets. I guess he's feeling a little cold after
But when I told you this was a Chad matchup.
I realized it's like, I thought the whole entire tradition was to do push-ups after every loss, but he's doing like, what is that? He's out with 15? Was that 15 or 20 push-ups in between every win? All right, VipR, let's go. Warmed up to be able to go into game number 3.
God, dudes are so funny.
Yeah.
That's all. So going into game number 3, VipR was really aggressive, especially when it came to the edge guarding. I feel like Anime had a couple of interesting commitments that last game. He kept putting himself
Good way
off
of putting
stage.
it, yeah.
I'm being nice.
Yeah,
okay?
there was those like side charge down zigs that allowed him to be reversal very easily, and there were some moments where I was like, yes, VipR did the right thing, getting the pivot side air to punish what Anime went for, but at the same time, I'm like, Anime, if you go for that, that's what's going to happen to you. And a lot of those edge guards felt a little sloppy at best. So we're going over to the next flat stage in the roster, right, Demon Island, where the platform to play on is actually a lot smaller, but the blast zones are a lot farther away, so he can get a lot more out of his defense if he doesn't lose the stock off stage. The VipR in 15 seconds, okay, makes it back. VipR does get a lot of damage in that situation and catches the landing with the end lights, and he's looking a lot better here going into game number 3.
Anime, though, picking up those gauntlets yet again, just keeps on connecting all of these sidelights. No immediate follow-ups, though, and VipR is just getting a lot more damage out of every single hit. He is just reading Anime's dodge options a little bit more as opposed to Anime when he connects a sidelight with the gauntlets. Now, VipR with an axe on hand, backing off a little bit, able to avoid that one. Oh. Okay, what a whiff punish.
Sideline Nair comes through. It's a VipR classic trying to get the neutral signature on the fastball after getting hit by that attack. Weapon throw forces Anime low, and that dive kick catches Anime before he touches the stage, but an immediate wake-up dodge to the stage to get the wall touch, make it back, pick up the gauntlets, means VipR is now the one starred with a weapon. Qatar is picked up. Can he get the recovery here? He tries, but Anime dips down low, but that down sig catches him off guard. Yes, it's a move that looks like it should spike, but actually when it hits grounded, it's got quite a bit of force. And he goes right up the top.
And it sended you all the way up to the top, absolutely. Katari's in hand yet again. You already know what VipR wants. Looking for a downer, looking for a side light, and Anime Fan is just staying up and diagonal relative to VipR. Chase dodging in, not able to connect that D-light, but look at all of his damage inbound, and I felt like he read that dodge option too. He was ready for it, but
I think he read it and then he just didn't do the right thing afterwards. He's probably also grimacing a little bit after that dropped combo potential there, because that could have been so much damage from Qatar's. Silent into side air is just going to be able to take VipR out there on his first stock, but still the damage VipR got in there is respectable. I think Axe is coming up next for him here. He picks it back up. Let's see how long he stays under that. One neutral light catches him, and that side stick could have spiked Anime super early on.
It was a 50-50. If you go high, then you don't get hit. If you go low, hold on, we might have actually just stolen that stock away. Gets that neutral light off, gets that down light as well. Again, when you go hit for hit with any Axe, it is Axe that is going to come out on top, especially because it doesn't feel like Anime Fan has gotten nearly as many combos as he did in Game 1.
No, yeah, they're actually lacking quite a bit. In VipR with the recovery, I cannot believe that just carried Onyx at the top of the stage. I thought she was a little tankier than that, but no, VipR now has a whole stock lead over Anime here in game number 3, and opening it up with a sideline Nair end light means that VipR has taken so much of a lead off of Anime that this might be match point for Anime at this point.
VipR is about to do some more push-ups. That's all that's on his mind. He wants to get that blood flowing yet again, and at the moment though, Anime just carving
He doesn't even care about the match. He's just kind of like, I need to get to my next rep.
Today's chest day,
it's a 3-minute cooldown. We can't go longer than 3 minutes, and it's 5:20 on the clock. He's got to get the stock right now so he can get his next 20 push-ups in. Neutral stick comes through, and that's not going against his game plan, okay?
Yeah, Anime is just at least trying to make his exercising useless. This rest period a little bit too long at the moment. Okay, not going to connect that neutral air. Nice dodge from VipR, coming back on with the down air. Anime Fan backing up a little bit.
Neutral air hits, and that was the max range Nair. Neutral stick comes through as well. Can Anime make it back to the stage? I mean, this might be a 2-stock at this rate. VipR does get hit by the side air. All right. Cannon can perform miracles off of one dodge read. Anime might need 2 on this stage.
Yeah, Cannon can do Cannon things. Let's never forget about that. Let's never forget about what Gauntlets can do when they get that one dodge read off stage as well. I think it can shove you all the way back down. But VipR, okay, what a D-light.
I mean, I think he needs 2 more of those if he wants to hit no other moves the rest of the game, and Anime goes in for that neutral signature. Okay, gets the pummels. That N6 more than enough to send him off the top of the stage, and VipR brings it to match point here in game number 3.
Is he going to do it?
I don't think he's going to do it.
Oh my god, you got to commit to the bit.
I mean, it might have been like him making up for not doing it after the loss. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out in the post.
It's just one set of push-ups. It's not going to do that much.
I mean, he may have done that set and been like, actually, that's enough for me for the week.
Yeah, he's just done. Wow.
He's just done. We're going straight into game number 4. Here we go, back to the Demon Island. I think this stage looks better for VipR than any other stage, but this is where Anime wants to go for game 4, so winner of this is going to be moving on.
And this, by the way, once again, to clarify, this is not the way that this should be going at all at the moment. VipR is seated quite a bit below Anime and is about to take this really, really huge potential win. But that being said, Anime just fighting so aggressively off stage. He was basically like, hey, you've run out of options. You have to touch the wall eventually. Yeah. All I have to do is wait, react, and then you're basically done with one.
And Anime was really great at making sure that those options didn't come back by, instead of letting him touch the wall, he sared him into it. And now the Nairs are coming through, and Anime looks quite unhappy with the result of that previous game as he's doing more and more damage here. Sidelight comes through. VipR on the right side of the stage, trying to get something started against Anime, and finally an end light hits, and that's all he's found so far.
An end light hits, but okay, that's going to be the landing hitbox coming out there. Anime Fan picking up the cannon yet again, and we already know what cannon is capable of. That being said, VipR dashing in there, getting the side light. Anime wanting that ground pound so badly, wanted to get that spike. VipR, no nonsense, putting him off stage yet again. Okay.
Down light into down air puts VipR off the right side of the stage. Neutral light connects as well. Blast him off the right side of the stage. Can he make it back? VipR has been struggling to. This is what happens if you don't do 20 push-ups in between your games.
Yeah, this is just a lesson. Okay, so when VipR loses this game, because that's what's going to happen.
And they don't get it in, and then we'll have the game 5 there. Yeah, I don't know. This is rough. He goes over the side. He's going for some unarmed sidelights. Okay, neutral stick comes through. Similar amount of knockback as the previous game, but yeah, the deficit that he's got here is quite big, to say the least.
He needs a lot of damage here, but honestly, I do not think it is beyond VipR to do so, because when he is on the Katalis, he has been reading all of these dodge options from Anime.
Double down to kids. There's no way Viper's gonna get a zero knockout. Ground pound connects. Anime did touch. Goes for the cider, and Anime's dodge was delayed so much that Viper wasn't ready for it. Goes for the third down tick. It doesn't quite hit. And now Anime has to make it back to the stage. Okay, Viper without a weapon, waiting for the neutral light. The second neutral light connects, he baits with the first one. But that was a great job coming back there for Viper. All that damage works out. Obviously, the ideal is that he gets the knockout, but...
That's Viper on Katalis, honestly. Viper on Katalis is a bit of a menace. He is so good at reading Anime's dodge options, and it just feels like maybe he's not pushing it as much as he should, because he has the idea, he positions himself, and doesn't always pull the trigger. That being said, when it does come to the Axe Cannon matchup, it is Anime that is consistently coming out on top, because look at that string, look at that damage.
Sideline Cider comes through, goes for the recovery. Viper gets avoided by that, but the ground pound on the stage does get him downlight. A neutral sig, no, maybe looking for downlight Nair there, but Anime puts another downlight. Viper can't get the knockout. They clash, and that's not great for Viper, as one strong hit from Anime here is going to take Viper down. Neutral lane recovery does not connect, and those blasts from the Nairs are trying to come through. The down sig will take him down, and Viper, well, if he plays this stock like he did at the beginning of the last one.
He's going to stick to the Katalis, indeed. They have done so well. They have done so well, because look at what he is capable of. Anime, though, does land, does get the cider, and does put Viper in the most exploitable position, which is off stage. Doesn't get the lead, though, but
doesn't
still
pick the weapon back up. That's neutral lane and Nair. Okay, D-Light recovery will come through, and Anime brings it to game 5.
Okay, Viper, the choice is yours.
He just like looked immediately to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, just look
behind
me.
Do it. He was like, I did that bit once, and he's like, I'm done with that. I'm not even going to try
He's
for
too
that.
serious right now.
You're being very serious about it. Yeah, game 5's coming up here, and I think, I can't recall. I think this is on winner's side. So the loser of this is not going to be going down out of the tournament. This is a winner's semifinal, I think, in phase 2 of pools. So this might be actually to get into top 32. Just going to double check here.
So yeah, this is one of those sets that I did not necessarily expect to go to game 5. And I want to see the upset happen. I want to see Viper's path continue. I want to see him do it for Sweden. So that being said, it does look like we will be getting into game 5 shortly. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. Anime is starting to connect some of his off-stage ambitions, right? He's still committing like out there. He's not getting as punished for it as he used to. He's still whiffing it, though. And I wonder what Viper can do to make him feel a little bit less comfortable going out there through those super deep, like, gauntlet ground pounds.
It might just be staying off the Axe in general, right? Because you remarked on that in the previous game where it was like when it was Axe versus Cannon, Anime was just barreling him across the stage, left to right, doing as much damage as possible. When Viper was over the guitars, he was able to do the same thing back to Anime, no matter what weapon Anime had. So that might just have to be the primary that he has to go for here. And we see him trying it, but Anime doing well with the gauntlets regardless. And I just double-checked, yes, this is a qualifier match for winner side top 32. So really big win here for Anime if he's able to make this happen. And that KO comes out very early.
Yeah,
for
he
Anime.
got that edge guard, he got that ground pound, and now all of a sudden this is a massive deficit that Viper has to come back from. But we already know that he is more than capable of playing without a weapon in hand. He's able to get that neutralite, and he picks up that axe. That is not his weapon of choice going up against Anime, because look at that side-to-side stream, already matching him in terms of damage. Anime still ahead in terms of stocks, but ooh, the GC D-Light as an extension.
Yeah, nicely done from Viper there. Gets the 3-hit. Downers come off the side. We saw him get a lot of success with it.
He did it again.
He's perfect at being able to corner guard those edge guards, actually, from the weapon throws until, well, that happened. The ground pound was very nice. Let's see if he can finish this. But yes, you're right. The weapon throw, being able to space around that, now we know that it wasn't just luck. You know, right? Because he's definitely done really great with the axe in that particular situation.
You know, there was a guy who got hit by lightning twice. That being said, I don't think that's Viper who not to discount with anything. His timing was great. He got the edge guard, he got a lot of damage, and now when he gets Kataris in hand, I think he's just going to even up Anime in damage. When he's got axe in hand, he's not winning a lot of these interactions, still somehow hanging on.
Yeah, that's huge there. If he went down to that down signature there, I don't know if I could say that Viper could do it. Does get a Nair on the edge of the stage, lands, pivots to that neutral light to put Anime off the side of the stage. And that down light was trying to be an anti-air. No follow-up to the side light, and now Viper is actually keeping Anime juggled. Oh, but the dare doesn't get the landing hitbox. Side light Nair and a gravity cancel down light. He got the 3-piece that one time, but that time Anime dodges out of the way.
Even if you're getting 2 pieces with axe, that is still a lot of damage, right? Because you're still operating off of a dodge read. That is going to be the D-Light into the neutral, and now all of a sudden, Viper on his last stock of winner's side here. Anime just has to take one more. Viper has to take 2. What's he gonna do? He has his weapon of choice. It is getting in Anime's face so well.
He got the read, but he stayed grounded. Sidelight comes through, gets the neutral. Can he get the recovery? No, he doesn't go for it. Anime goes back to the ground. The down tick baits him out, but the neutral stick doesn't get the jump read. He's still doing so well here. He hasn't taken too much damage to where this isn't impossible. But Anime is really trying to extend this lead to a point where it can't be recoverable. D-Light down air does connect. VipR side six underneath the weapon throw. Is this going to be the neutral lane? And recovery, there's the D-Light recovery, and VipR evens it up 1-1.
He did it. He pulled the trigger. He waited. He understood exactly where he was going to
After like 5
he
times.
Reacted. And now that's, listen, if it's happening game 5, at least it's happening now before it's too late.
Yeah.
This is exactly what VipR needs. But is he going to win in this matchup this time
Oh,
around?
the ground pound narrowly dodged. The side stick does connect. Gets the neutral stick as well. That's a ton of damage coming on to Enemy. He has to throw his weapon down to be able to get back to the stage. But that time, that weapon throw, trying to engage with an attack, goes wide.
And
Gauntlet's
Neutralite
picked
didn't
up.
connect. That was spaced a little bit too far back. Oh no, this is a really good position for Anime. Is he going to get this edge
Oh,
guard?
the ground pound gets reversal by the dare. The ground pound hits. Anime has one dodge to make it back to the stage, and VipR drops the edge guard. The downlight, however, gets Anime as he goes to the left side of the stage. Can he make it back to the ground? VipR looks for a side light, and Neutralite something that's landing, and Anime covers his landing with a weapon throw down. The Neutralite sends VipR off the side of the stage, but that neutral stick misses, and the ground pound connects. Anime clutches game 5, pops off, and gets to the winner's side of top 32 at BCX.
Securing his seat, securing his placement, and keeping himself in winner's side, just as you said. VipR a little bit disappointed, and you know what? I get it. That was his game, and there was one fatal decision. There was one point where he had Anime off stage.
Don't say the push-ups.
No, he had Anime off stage. He was in an excellent position to just wait and react for when he would have to.